Hello, I'm Glenn,
I'm Maureen.
and today we're just going to give you a little update what is happening around the off-grid cabin.
Hello, welcome to our channel. We're all about sharing our adventures and experiences around our homestead and off-grid cabin here on our 40 acres in the wilderness of Ontario, Canada.
We enjoy life around the cabin, exploring, canoeing, hiking, campfire cooking, gardening, and sharing our love of nature.
If you haven't done so yet, consider subscribing and click the little notification bell so you won't miss anything. Right here on Cabin Life with Glenn and Maureen.
We're just walking along the cabin trail and just taking note of the number of trees that are down since the last windstorm. And there's a wicked one right here. I don't know if you can see into the bush there or not, but you see that tree? Yeah, you can see that. That one came down. That's a big tree. That's the one that was creaking in one of our previous episodes. We recorded it creaking in the wind and wondered which direction it was going to come down in. And check out this video here. We'll find that for you. Post it. Yeah. So, and what else has been going on? Well, the mosquitoes are now out in full force, and as we head toward the end of June, coming up to Canada Day. And Maureen says she's bothered a little bit more this year than in previous years by the mosquitoes. I seem to be bothered less this year than in previous years, but I've exposed myself a lot more. You're not gonna go to the city. You're not gonna go live in the city because of the mosquitoes, are you?
No.
Oh, okay. That's just,
I think they
just
just
checking.
like me more than they like you. I guess I taste better.
Well, actually, what I found is in the beginning of the season, I allowed myself to get bitten by several mosquitoes, not necessarily on purpose, because my arms were exposed and I was busy doing some chores and carrying firewood, and I had no chance to swat the mosquitoes. So I think what has happened is I've become a little bit immune to them, and therefore they don't bother me as much. So perhaps it makes a person stronger instead of sheltering and avoiding whatever it is that is the challenge. Perhaps sometimes just facing it head on, exposing yourself to it, and becoming hardened to it pays off in the long run. I feel like I'm fairly immune to the mosquitoes now. They can land on me and bite me, and I'm not bothered that much by them. I don't swell up or anything, and I mean, sure, they're still a nuisance, but you get my point, right? So maybe that's it, Maureen. Just let them land on you, and
You tell me to work more outdoors?
there's been lots of mosquitoes now. We're in the black flies are a little bit less, and we make our way to the froggy pond here, and I saw a big bumblebee today that was flying around.
Yeah. I've seen a few bees in the garden around the raspberry bushes. So I started looking to see if I could see any ground nests like we had last year, right? The different ground nests, and I haven't seen anything. So, but there's a lot of bees around. I swear there's more bees this year than last year. So
Nice.
that's a good sign. That's a good sign. There's other pollinators around too, but it's nice to see the nice big bumblebees.
Absolutely. And it's I don't mean to make light of those that are annoyed by all the bugs in with the bug season, the mosquito season and whatnot. But it goes with the territory, and we moved into their backyard. And if you don't like it, it certainly is, I think, better just to move away if you don't like it, rather than, cutting bush down, clear cutting, or spraying insecticides, pesticides, all that type of stuff. you're better off, in my opinion, move to where there are no bugs.
Or get
you know,
accustomed to them.
or
Like,
get accustomed.
I think a lot of people who move up here because they love it in August and September, and then they buy property up here and they're here in May and they're like, what are these things? They weren't here in October and they weren't here in August. So you need to learn the bug season, because the bug season does stop, right? I don't know if they don't really go away.
By the end of July, the bugs are almost non-existent. Through August, they're really, really nice as far as the temperatures and whatnot. When it cools down, they're not so bad. We are here in Ontario, Canada, in the forest, and it is part and parcel of what happens. We've got the wetlands and we have highlands here as well. We're actually in the Almaguin Highlands, so it's really the best of both worlds.
It is. And I don't mean to keep harping on about the bugs, but you know what? They feed the birdies. They feed the birdies and the froggies and the toads. So they're good to have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so those that are, if you're a photographer and you really enjoy taking pictures of birds and wildlife, just remember that the bugs are very largely responsible for allowing those birds to even be there, and allowing you to take the pictures of wildlife. So actually you should be thankful for the bugs.
Win-win.
Yeah.
Right?
Anyway, just a gorgeous night out here, walking along the cabin trail as we walk. Just beautiful. High pressure system, no clouds, just gorgeous.
Hey, this is where Jake and I heard the deer or the moose the other day. In here.
This is the spot where the moose really, they cross here quite a bit. This is where I was when one of my previous videos, and I said I'd seen all the moose sign and the moose tracks, and that's a pretty popular crossing right here for them. And we should set the cam out, see what we can get. Here's another tree that's blown down. By the way, we are now right behind me, right over here is the maple grove where we got our maple sap from and boiled over 50 gallons of sap, and that supplied us with enough maple syrup for the year. This tree here behind me, that's another one that came down in the windstorm we had recently. And you may have seen the beginning of the video, our recent buying land video, and it was, my gosh, that storm was something.
It was windy. So we'll have lots of deadfall for our fires.
Yes, indeed. Listen to that bird, isn't that beautiful? Well, that's all for this one. We'll see you next time. I'm Glenn.
I'm Maureen.
Over and out.
Take care.